Hello, everybody out there in internet land. Welcome back to ATCB. We're doing some more roleplay content. We're playing Advanced Fighting Fantasy. If you didn't see the first...
sorry, I was making noise. Keep going.
Okay. If you didn't watch/listen to the first episode in this, there'll be a link to it below, along with a link to the previous story in this unfolding saga. I am the Bastard. I'm the GM for this filthy session. And joining me is Sam as Baradas Rangor.
Yeah.
Give us a quote from Baradas Rangor.
Perfect.
Excellent. John as Jerick Stormguard.
Hi.
Is that a quote from Jerick Stormguard?
No,
Hi.
the quote from Jerick Stormguard is, "Fuck's sake. Get away from that. Put down that toad."
Just look at me now.
We have Justin as Gordo Bronwyn.
Aha!
Or Alan Partridge.
Aha!
You didn't do that at any
I
point in the
love
last
that.
episode.
Aha! No, I didn't mean aha! I meant aha!
Wait, aha!
You are in many ways ATCB's resident Alan Partridge anyway. Just
I hope so.
Yes. We also have Jake as Grimbold Tornhelm.
I'll fight ye!
And a quote from Grimbold. So
I'm a rather refined dwarf, I think you'll find.
Is that his Tinder profile?
That's how he's going to introduce himself now.
was that a quote from a very old role-playing character you did an adventure of mine in the Game of Thrones one?
Could have been. We'll never
Because that
know.
was your kind of pseudo-dodgy Italian accent.
We'll never know until the Crisis Infinite Earths version.
Yes. That character mainly known for throwing a stool at a one you sit on. Well, you can sit on the other kind of stool, I guess, if you want. A wooden stool, that is a chair and not a wooden replica. Throwing a wooden stool at a guard in an effort to literally, if I remember rightly, it wasn't even you were trying to hurt him, you were trying to distract him. And you rolled
Just
amazingly, and it succeeded.
All right.
Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Just do it.
The point is, there was never a nobler man in all Westeros. So,
Yeah. Pretty much. So last time,
That never happened though, did it? 'Cause
Last
we're
time,
fancy fighters.
you were contracted by King Salomon the 57th of Salamonis to sort out this nasty Zortan Throg sorcerer fellow. You've headed to Salamonis. You made contact with your contact, Halin Thrumbar, who sent you on to Nicodemus, the wise wizard, under the horrific singing bridge.
Cool.
Yeah. Is that pretty good?
And I'm
Yeah,
pulling
then the dwarf
this.
knocked on the door and he was very polite.
Yes.
I like
And then
as
the
always.
wizard threatened to turn you into Nickelback. Sticklebacks. Stickleback, Nickelback. Sticklebacks.
Ooh, a wizard.
Says
That,
the
like,
wizard.
so late.
That's what I wanted to be when I grew up.
It's my first response.
Yes. Okay, so he's looking at you expectantly, wanting to know what you want.
We've been sent here by King Salomon.
What? Speak up!
King
We've
Solomon.
been sent here by King Salomon, for God's sake!
Ah, I see. Well, you better come in. He
I go in.
He ushers you into his wizard study. Even though you hadn't noticed any chairs behind him when you walked in, there are now definitely enough for each of you to sit down on.
Are the old
Flippin'
normal height
heck.
chairs, though?
No, there's a little dwarf chair.
And there's exactly the right number
This
of
guy is
chairs.
a real
Yes.
wizard.
I try and wipe my feet as I walk in and don't sit. In case
Yes. Cover everything in piss and shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
as I am so wont to do.
Yes. We should, for anyone who didn't watch the last session, Jerick was covered in piss and shit. We shouldn't just...
It's not just part of
That's
the
just not a
character
thing.
He does. It's not just like he has some sort of bowel problem.
Yeah.
We don't
here.
need
He's
to
a terrible
go into it.
roleplay character.
Yeah.
It's also incontinent. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
So, Nicodemus stands in the centre of you and kind of peers around at you all and says, well, tell me of your business. Quick now.
We're here to seek vengeance on a dangerous wizard called Grimballs.
Hey, that's the dwarf, you fool.
Shit. Fucking names.
You know that old geezer?
Zortan
Frog, that's the
That's
one.
wrong.
Zortan Throg, eh?
Yeah, he swore to kill us and now we're going to off him.
Well, I know of him, certainly. You can't be that good a wizard without coming to the attention of your fellow mages. It's the genies, you see. They really are the most terrible gossips. A real bunch of old fishwives at times. And if you've never heard fishwives gossip, then take yourselves down to the docks here one morning. I swear you'll not believe it until you've heard it with your own ears.
Right.
Where was I? Oh yes, Zorton Throg. He seemed an innocuous enough fellow, at least until his affair with the princess. Kept himself to himself. But that's the trouble with wizards, you see. Some of the matters they dabble in can take years to sort out. So there they are, quiet as temple mice. Then suddenly they find what they are looking for, and they cause the most awful trouble for everyone. Shocking, I know, but that's wizards for you. My advice to anyone who asks is, always steer clear of them. They're an odd lot.
Right. Have you ever heard of a thing called irony?
Have you ever heard of a thing called dwarf gets turned into a rat?
I'm not familiar with that, no.
I have.
Quick, distract him with your toad.
Toad! Think fast, Nicodemus!
Throws a stool. Yeah, so we're looking to get him and, stab him in the face, magic him to death, whatever it needs to be done,
So, you need to find him.
Yes, that is one of the prerequisites of killing him.
If we could kill him without finding him first.
That'd be better.
That would be even easier.
If you got a way of doing that, whoa, we'd be happy.
Well, now that I can help you with. You see, he lives here.
What?
No, well, not here.
Thank
Not in
God.
the city, Blacksand. Well, not exactly in Blacksand itself, I suppose. More underneath it, to be totally accurate.
Right.
As I understand it, he has a passion for old Carsepolis, and he's been delving into its ruins. Of course, he has to live in the sewers for that. Must be the only person in Alancia to have a more unpleasant home than I do. Still, it serves him right. He's been doing some deals with the fish people. That's the goggle-eyed lot with feet, not the mermen who have tails.
Right.
There's a small colony of them under the harbour somewhere, I'd hazard, though I haven't heard where exactly. Your best bet is probably to try some of the old sluice gates by the docks. But you'll need to wait until dusk. The city guard are pretty hot on smugglers trying to avoid port taxes during the day, but at night old Azure doesn't seem to mind sneaking in whatever takes their fancy. He's a rum one. You know, one year he, Oh, there I go again. What was I talking about?
Docs.
Sluice gates.
Yes.
Fish people?
Yes, that.
So how about actually taking him on? This guy seemed pretty tough last time we fought him.
We did him in, mate.
Yeah, but that was only like an illusion thing, whatever it's called.
No, we're good.
I'm a good wizard, mate.
We're good, mate.
Well, so, how to destroy him, you mean?
Properly.
Well, good question. Good question. You see, with some wizards, like that old Zanbar Bone, for example, it's quite straightforward because they've so hedged themselves about with magical protection that everyone knows about the few things left that will kill them. And the demons they've been using have probably fixed it so that anyone who's got the right bits will find his task very easy indeed. Awkward little beggars they are, which is why I've never gone in for all that nonsense. Now, Throg, though, being the matter at hand, is an ordinary chap like you or me. A knife through the ribs will see him dead enough. It's getting close enough to deliver the blow that's the problem. He'll have a whole load of spells ready to use against you. No, my friends, I'm afraid that's something you'll have to sort out for yourselves. There are no easy answers there. Let us pray that the gods see fit to grant you their protection and guide your hands in their service. It's about time they were on our side for a while.
So that's a no on the killing without finding him from them. Shame.
So, have you got any magical protections that you could give us to help us on our way?
Let's see. One or two of you seem to have got yourselves a little scratched. I can certainly cure those nicks for you. But I don't carry stocks of potions or enchantments these days. They'd be too much of a temptation to my ruffian neighbours. Not that I have any trouble fighting them off, but I don't see why I should have to bother. If they know I've got nothing worth stealing, they leave well alone. I can still make such things, of course, but they take many days, weeks even. If I were you, I'd go after old Throg straight away. The more time you give him, the more likely he is to learn that you're here and take precautions to stop you ever curtailing his activities.
Do you have anything that will get rid of the smell of shit?
Yes, I can get rid of the smell of shit. Would this be from the shit that you're caked in?
And the piss.
You
Yes.
truly are a sage, aren't you?
Amazing. Is that in the book, Matt? Is that
No, that isn't what. You are asking questions that all have big responses in the book, but no. Can you get rid of the smell of shit? Was not one of the prompts in this young teen aimed book.
Is it in the appendix under spell list?
There is no index or appendix in this book.
So what you're saying is,
I'm saying there's no stock response to that, which is why I just came up with one, which is what just happened, so we don't need to look one up.
so these troglodyte people.
Fish people.
Yeah, whatever.
Fish people. The troglodyte people are entirely different.
They are.
Hopefully we won't be.
So these fish people. Cthulhu target.
Yes.
They. What are they like? They nice people? Any good ways of stabbing them in the gills?
Well, if memory serves, they despise all surface people.
Good.
They consider the sun to be a demon.
Good.
And they're quite fond of stabbing people with tridents.
Good.
They sound like they don't like fire.
So, when you say fear surface people, do you mean like run
I
away
believe the
in
word
fear,
I
or,
used
like,
was
try-
hate.
That was the word he
When you
used.
say hate, do you mean like run away in fear or try and kill?
No, I mean if you tend to go down into their harbour or sewer domains, they tend to trap you in nets and stab you to death with tridents.
Right.
So how,
These this is the right. So
so how has Throg made them his?
I don't
Bitches.
know precisely, but they both seem to have some kind of interest in the ruins of old Carsepolis.
I imagine it's because they're a bunch of idiots with flippers who can't do anything about it, so let's just get down there and wipe them out, eh?
Bosa?
now, you're wizard. You're always interested in old things like ruins. I'm obviously not. But as someone who's interested in old things like ruins, I'm sure you're burning to ask a question about
The ruins all the way in the city?
Yeah, but what they're even about. I'm not interested.
Now you remind me of those ruins. That's a very good
But
point.
as the learned fellow chap in the group, I'm sure you're burning to ask a question about it.
I had forgotten.
And you know, that's the only section that I hadn't read out yet.
I'm
But
not surprised.
it's almost as if Justin saw that there was probably something to ask there because I kept referencing it and thought that probably it should come from Sam, that Sam wasn't doing anything about it.
I'm just reminding
Totally.
That's
Good.
far too far-fetched.
good old Rangor that he's interested in this kind of shit.
Well, yes. Carsepolis, sorry tale that. It was here, you see, the biggest and brightest city in all of Alanzia. You may have seen some of its ruins as you approached Blacksand, though much of what lies above ground has long since been plundered for building materials. Not much left of it at all now. Then, let me see, it must have been nearly 300 years ago now. There was a great war, the War of the Wizards, as I'm sure some of you must know, and Carsepolis was besieged by the armies of foul chaos. Eventually it was relieved, but the city had been so badly damaged that it was abandoned by all but the lowest of its citizenry. They stayed on, and after a few generations, they got themselves organised and built this place. Sometimes I think that the forces of chaos will be happier with it now than they were when they levelled the place. But then, that's often the way with us humans. We seem to fight hard to protect something, then only a few years later, we let it turn into the very thing it was they were trying to stop it becoming. Typical! Oh well. Anything else?
See, seeing as you're like the sage and whatever, do you want to come with us?
No.
Aye, but why not? It'll be a laugh.
You're going to fight fish people in a sewer.
Exactly. Not in for that. Sounds like top
I
man.
practically live in a
Tom
sewer.
banter, jeez.
Practically live in a sewer already.
Well, we'll be going now because dusk's happened, so we can probably just jump in that sewer grate without getting seen by those officials and whatnot. So, yeah.
One last question. Why did you choose to live here of all places? Why not just the middle of the forest where no one will bother you? Why this terrible city?
Have you any idea how many naive young adventurers come to visit you when you live in the middle of an isolated forest?
Hey, but look how many come to visit you when you live under a bridge.
And look how bad they smell when you do.
Yeah, that is admittedly true today, but let me tell you, if you live in the middle of a forest, it's virtually a revolving door. No.
What's
No,
a
no.
revolving
Go with
door?
it. Go with
Shut up, shut up. Go with it.
Up a tall,
Go with it.
Up a tall mountain? Surely somewhere better than this.
I have my own reasons for being here in Port Blacksand, you young whippersnapper. Now thank you, not to pry, unless you want to become apprentice mage stew.
Paid. I thought I'd improve on your joke there. Some sage you are.
Right, that's it.
I was running
I'm
on my
heading for the door.
My patience tired. Out with it, the lot of you.
What are we gonna do about this?
Well, you should have thought about that before this dwarf decided to insult my wit.
Fuck's sake.
Sorry, Jake.
Now, remember, the quicker you get to him, the less time he has to prepare for your arrival. If you're lucky, he won't know yet that you are here, but don't waste any time. Good fortune to you, and good day. Bang. That was him closing the door, in case you hadn't picked up on that.
So that's great. Shall we
great.
head down this river till we get to the port bit and then jump in that grate with the thing, the sluice and whatnot?
Ah, yeah, sounds good. Great. Let's go.
Yeah.
Aha!
Just gonna add that in now.
Okay.
Wasn't he a nice guy?
You reckoned... Our great wizard reckoned these fish people wouldn't like fire.
Yeah, they're not gonna
Maybe
like
get
he's-
some...
He said the sun.
Fire.
He
The
very
sun is a
explicitly
demon.
said the sun.
That's true.
and they're fish people, so they're probably not gonna like fire and hot things, are they?
You know, maybe. But, you know, I think they're really anti, you know, just disgusting broadsheet tabloids.
That was some
Is
pretty
that true?
scathing satire there, but
Broadsheet tabloid,
I'm
something
wrong.
of an oxymoron.
I'm not really, not, you know, I don't think that Gordo has the capacity to read even, you know.
Is Gordo just like regurgitating words he's had?
That is exactly what Gordo is doing.
Right.
right, so I suggest we set the wizard on fire, send him down there,
Yeah,
and
no.
get him to levitate through the sewers.
I'm not a fan of this plan.
Yeah, but then they'll think you're
I'll
the
hold
sun.
your toad.
They're better, but still not perfect.
As you weave through the streets towards the docks, towards where you presume the docks are, Baradas, you feel an insistent tugging at your belt.
I look at my belt and see if there's anything pulling on it.
It's a small gutter waif
Ah,
with a tiny rat-like dog at their heels, and what they seem to want is a coin for some food. A fact indicated by an outstretched palm and the way its other hand is pointing towards its mouth.
I'll flick them a coin and probably miss because I'm bad at that sort of thing. It's probably
Jeez.
but she still gets it.
Okay.
Even in his own
Okay.
estimations.
About 10 feet later, another child tugs at your belt.
Oh, now you've done it.
I watch my pockets.
I'll like sigh and also flick them a coin because I'm naive and
Okay.
foolish.
20 feet later, 3 children tug at your belt.
I'll just kind of ignore these children. Like, guys,
He's
a lot of
gone.
children
We've
now.
lost him. We've lost him, guys.
As you start to walk away from them, the 3 children immediately start to screech at high volume, accompanied by the frantic barking of their equally loud-voiced dogs.
I'll just walk briskly away.
So British of you.
You're kind of half dashing through the city now, with all the local shopkeepers and storeholders yelling at you about treating children properly.
Very
What have you
ashamed.
done?
Just trying to give
Can't
them
take
some
you
charity.
Excellent. Okay. So you navigate your way to the docks. The docks of Port Blacksand are well, that doesn't count because you're at night. No, it's fine. The docks of Port Blacksand are a hive of activity during the day, with ships arriving from all corners of the world bearing goods and passengers. As night falls, however, the population disappears to their hammocks and bunks, or into the taverns, or curl up in a corner in an alleyway. The only people who move about after dark are either up to no good or are members of the city guard, or are heroes looking for a way down into the sewers on the trail of a troublemaking sorcerer.
Hey, look at those guys. They're probably heroes. Look out for a trouble sorcerer.
Screw those guys.
Oh, some other guys over there. no, different sorcerer. It's fine. You know. Huge, graceful pirate ships are tied up at the wharf. There are vessels such as the Black Swan and the Swordfish, names that are spoken with fear and dread throughout the 12 seas of Titan, and their villainous captains are not mentioned at all, for fear that the mere mention of their names will cause the evil buccaneers to appear. Beside the ships stand piles of empty crates and barrels. You slink between these, hoping to avoid the ever-watchful gaze of the city guard, should they appear, and looking for the sluice gates that Nicodemus said would be your best method of entrance. Suddenly you stop, spying movement ahead. A small group of people, obviously pirates by their dress and gait, are sneaking along the wharf. Between them they are carrying 2 large chests. They make silently for a flight of steps at the edge of the dock. Out in the water of the harbour, a scaly head with large bulbous eyes breaks the surface, and a scaly arm waves the men forward. The pirates head down the steps. There is a creak as of a rusty iron gate opening, and they vanish from sight. Along an alleyway leading to the wharf, you can see a similar group of figures carrying 2 more chests.
Yeah, that looks a bit out of the ordinary.
Hey, we could always go knock some of us guys out and take the chest down in disguise.
Maybe we could do that.
Like some
And
kind
then
of
run away
cartoon
with
scene.
the chest.
Can I cast sleep on more than one person?
If you cast it more than once, yes.
They probably noticed one of them fell asleep. And then
They probably would.
I love you.
I can knock one of.
You're actually best person.
I can knock one of them out.
There are 4 pirates, two each carrying 2 each per chest. That makes sense. Yes.
We could take these boys pretty easy, I think.
You don't want to create commotion though. But that's possible anyway.
Right, but who's going to notice around here?
The guards could notice. It's the most reasonable thing he said.
Where are those kids that were trailing you about 10 minutes ago? If we don't get those on the scene.
What? Are you now saying you use child labour to fight pirates?
I'm saying we pay those children a hard day's work to be a distraction.
Sure, children.
Look,
those
if I
days-
knock one of them out, that'll be distraction enough. They'll all gather around and wondering what's happened, and then you jump on them.
I thought you didn't want to cause a commotion.
A brief commotion.
What do you
Why
think,
commotion?
Jarek?
We don't want to fight, we just want to knock them out quickly.
Right, speak for yourself.
We only have a matter of seconds before we lose the opportunity to do this, and they walk through the grate.
You knock one out, we jump on the rest of them.
Okay, I'm going to cast sleep on one of them.
Okay, so that's a magic roll, please. And obviously the stamina loss.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Yep.
I pass.
Okay, so take the stamina loss.
2 stamina.
The pirate in the lead takes a couple of kind of drops his end of the crate of the chest, takes a couple of steps forward and goes, and topples over. When re-listening to the previous story in preparation for this, because I do my preparation, the thing I was most pleased about in my storytelling performance was Prince Berinjahar's falling asleep noise.
I'm going to have to listen back to that.
So,
I stabbed the guy in the face.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough.
which guy? The guy who's
The
fallen
guy
asleep?
The other guy.
You mean you leap out of the shadow? You mean you leap out of the shadows and attack the other pirate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Aha!
Don't do that! Shh!
Okay. Right. So add that to your skill.
We're just trying to knock them out. We're not trying to kill them.
My skill is now 13.
So with that as well, it's 13. Okay. Yeah, they've definitely beaten you.
Uh-oh.
Do
I lose my stamina, yeah? Is that?
No, that's not how it works.
Right,
Just
my apologies. Sorry.
actually, you in fact lose 3 stamina as they take a sidestep and with a cutlass draw a deep gash across your chest.
Although the plan was to knock them out while they were turned around. I've just knocked one out, you jumped and going, ah! And they'll just turn and you attacked you while we're hiding.
Probably waiting for them to be distracted.
Yeah, or, not
So
just gone,
I'm assuming that Jarek and Grimbold are taking on a pirate each as well.
I'm gonna shoot with my crossbow.
Ah, sneaky.
I'm not gonna get a cutlass.
Would have made sense first.
Well, we all make mistakes.
That's what I was
Okay,
saying.
how's that crossbow work out for you? It's dark, so I'm going to say that's... Oh, but you're fairly aware. You've had time to line up a shot. I'm going to say that's a +2 modifier.
I've drawn equal.
Right, so you've made it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give me a d6 roll, please?
5.
Crossbow bolts, that's... Okay. Crossbow bolts pierces them in the shoulder, but they keep on going, because that's what people do, apparently. Yeah, by the way, let me know if you roll double 6s or double 1s at any time. Okay. I take it you're
Yep. I'm
waddling out of the shadows.
Well, at a sprint as well.
Yes.
Waddling to the sprint.
It's like with my action with my head going, wakey, wakey! Just come at the nearest guys. Like,
Why is everyone being so loud?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's a critical hit from the pirate on you.
We have
Oh,
not at this game.
So,
We just get killed by some pirates.
some pirate death. So I would like you to test your luck.
Okay. Is that just a 1d6, is it?
No, it's 2d6 and you need to get equal or under to your luck.
Yes, made it.
Okay. Knock your luck down by 1. And
You don't
instead
die.
of instead of an auto near death, it's just a normal hit, which does 2 damage.
Jesus, mate.
Oh, you
That's not in
bastard.
the rules, by the way. In the rules, you don't get to test your luck against critical hits from enemies, which I think is ridiculous. So I
Wow.
changed it.
So
Because otherwise, it is literally like they could just roll 2, 3 double sixes in a
So it's
row.
only big enemies that would do that.
That's it.
Makes sense.
Game over,
Shit.
essentially.
Pretty brutal for kind of like whimsical fans.
Yes, it is indeed. What's Barada's Wrangler doing?
I'm
while
going
this
to cast
is
sleep
going
on another one of them.
Fair enough.
Because I can.
You wanna
Which
mention
well, not you,
it?
because you shot the one of them, so I'm going to leave him. Which of you two do I like?
Jesus.
You like this?
He's turned his mist because he's an idiot and he spends like 5 minutes wondering about
It's
which
a
of
snap
us he likes.
decision.
Consulting with the
I'm
toad.
gonna.
Which do I like more?
I'm gonna sleep the one that attacked you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Looks knowingly at Jack.
Grimborg will remember
Yep.
this.
Magic passed.
Okay, and take the stamina.
Mhm.
Isn't that 2 each?
It is 2 each time. Yeah.
What's that knocked you down to?
I'm currently on 14.
Okay.
I've quite lost stamina actually, but I think it's because I'm a mage, so I have to use stamina all the time.
Now you
Yeah.
fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one fighting Gordo, who's just dealt a mighty cut across Gordo's chest, goes, "Ha! I have you now."
Jesus, I didn't think it was that
Collapses
boring.
over to one side. Jarek, the pirate's now running at you, going "Ah!" with a cutlass held high.
Parrot as well.
I think I can get another crossbow bolt in him.
Before he has a
I
chance.
might say he has a free attack at you if you do so.
You might get
Certainly, if you miss.
You might get him before that.
Might do.
I'd say, because he's running towards you as well, crossbow bolt will have a +3, and if you miss, he gets an attack against you. Like, I get a free, just skill check to see if he hits you.
Might as well meet him with my sword then.
Okay, then.
He's gonna be that way.
If the pirate's gonna be that
Right,
way. Attack
you need to equal or beat 14.
Is it the dice roll plus?
It's
skills?
2d6 plus
Yeah.
your weapon skill. Or your skill if it's not your weapon skill.
20.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
think I'm-
Give me a d6 roll. Is that just a normal sword, yeah?
a shiny sword.
A shiny sword.
6.
Okay, that's makes 3 damage there. So you kind of, as he charges towards you, you take a step backwards and stab him lightly in the thigh.
What?
Ooh.
You heard me.
This is why sleep is
Some
very
light
effective.
stabbing in the thigh. Grimbold.
I'm going to try and axe the guy who tried to kill me.
Axe him. Axe him good. Okay, he's got 16.
Yep, mate.
Okay. And you got a battle axe, yeah?
A shiny balance.
Okay, give me a d6.
You will die a shiny
Okay.
death.
Shiny and chrome.
Oh no, that was 3 damage. Yes. Okay. Okay. Gordo, what are you going to do? You're not going to stab one of them in the back like some kind of rogue, are you?
I'm going to slit this guy's throat. He's just falling asleep.
What?
You dick!
What?
I regret this.
Seriously?
Possibly.
Can I have a snapshot chance to sleep him?
I'm not a good
I should
person.
point out the adventure specifically states that what does it say here?
Just a look, you've upset Jinx now. Look
Fine.
what you did.
It does say something like
Am I not supposed to be a bad guy?
No.
All
No,
heroes.
we're heroes. We're actually called heroes.
I very much remember that was what we were playing in the Star Wars role-playing game. We
Oh, no,
also...
it actually says that in the description of the spell sleep. It says something like it's very poor form for heroes to go around killing people who are asleep.
Poor form does
Well,
not
that-
mean
You don't need to
bad.
stay that with the spell. That's a general thing. It is
well-
poor form to kill people in their sleep.
It's just not cricket.
Exactly, just not cricket. I'm not going to
Stop
forgive
trying
you.
to turn this into a grim and gritty.
It's a
Fucking
joke.
hell.
It is a romp.
Fucking hell. Right. She can't kill people in their sleep. Fucking hell. Oh, if that is the case, and I think it is, then
Kill this.
I'm going to have a quick gander inside this chest.
that is a bit more like it. The chest that is being carried contains various herbs, spices, and dead animals.
What is this pile of crap? Fine.
Okay, Baradas, what are you doing?
I think I've used enough magic now. I'm going to hit one of them with my staff. Go.
Knock one on the back of the
They're
head.
not looking at me yet.
Okay, which one? The one fighting the dwarf or the one fighting the mercenary?
The mercenary.
Okay. Give me a staff roll then, please. And if you don't have staff,
2d6.
then just your skill. Do you have staff?
No.
Then just your skill.
Yeah, it's just a thing now. Nope. 1 over. No.
Have you got a skill of 6?
Oh no, yeah, skill 6, yeah.
You've got a skill of 6. That's terrible.
Pretty bad.
That's terrible. You do have to knock down your general skill if you take magic. Like every point in magic knocks down your general skill. Everything else, which is terrible. Okay, you swing at the guy with his back to you and miss.
That is very much
Well,
right.
Jarek, you going to carry on
Yep.
sword fighting this
I'm gonna
pirate?
sword the guy.
You're going to sword him. Sword him good.
Good.
I
Sword him
am
out.
on 16.
19.
Ah, well, there you go. You see. Give me a d6 roll.
6 again.
Nice.
That's the cold.
You kind of slash the guy very deeply across the shoulder that hasn't got a crossbow bolt in it. And he decides that discretion is a better part of valor and topples backwards into the harbour water.
That was kind of annoying.
I wanted to see him die. I wanted to see his life's blood bleed out.
We kind of wanted to pretend to be the pirates, actually, but you know.
I wanted to kill a guy in his sleep.
I did kind of want to steal his clothes and pretend to be a pirate and get out of these
We
shit.
can
Gun
two
control we
naked
did.
guys, the 2 sleeping guys who can steal their
I
clothes.
suppose the dwarf's not going to fit in their clothes no matter what we do, so more than 3 is not going to help.
Also-
Speaking of the dwarf, who is still fighting a pirate, shall we?
Can I throw down my axe and use unarmed all in one turn? What that take?
Yeah, if you want. Are you better with unarmed?
No.
No, but not by not
It's
too
just
much worse.
funny.
Why
Okay.
are you...
I'm just raging. I'm just raging. now.
You have to beat 11. Looks like
you
you've
do.
comfortably done that.
Yeah, but 1 over my unarmed combat skill.
You had the...
You had them.
All right.
We do.
Okay, give me a d6 roll.
Good.
Which will be significantly worse than you. Yes, you do. 1 damage.
I take that.
The dwarf is now just hitting the guy in the...
Why are we all just doing the weirdest?
Are you kidding me, Sam?
Gordo.
I knocked 2 of them out!
I will.
Look in the other chest. Well, the dwarf is basically just using
It's like a
his
speed
nuts like a...
I'll probably
What are we doing?
assist the dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give me a
stop punching him as
knifey, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to stop punching. No, I'm not.
Nut him in the back of the head.
So do I add this to my dagger, or
No, you just check your dagger skill.
it's below my dagger skill, so I succeed?
You've succeeded. Then give me a roll for your
2.
2.
You stabbed him in the back, he would just kill him.
That's still there.
Well, if I cut their throats, they'd be dead as well. But
I was thinking that. I would have thought you would just kill him.
The guy is weaving erratically now. He has a dwarf hanging onto his testicles, and you just kind of slash at his back a little bit, but mostly ineffectually.
When did you grab his testicles?
Damn! He's kind of waving his arms in the air and going, "I've had enough! I give up! I give up!"
You won't have had enough until I see you've had enough, boy.
take off your clothes. He wants to. Jared wants to dress in them.
You heard that, thief.
We were going to
Gordo.
a much darker place than Gordo was there. Okay. Are you accepting his surrender?
If he takes off his clothes, so that Jared can dress in them.
Have you actually demanded that?
Yeah.
You did actually demand that.
Yes, you did.
that's what I assumed, Jared. You did
Sometimes
say
it
that
was
You just steal clothes with these guys.
Yeah, but I'm
Sometimes
good
it's
with those.
difficult to tell if that's Justin saying it or Gordo saying
He did
it.
demand it.
I do understand that, but we need multiple sets of clothes, and one of them is already fallen in the river.
No, that's fine. I am just asking you
No,
if you
yes,
actually said
yes,
that.
yes.
Okay.
I think it's.
He says that's Yes, whatever. Just get him off.
I'm going to keep whirling on like trying.
Let him go.
Hey, you lucky boy.
So what are we going to do
We're
with?
going to dress these pirates.
The pirate kind of strips off to his underclothes,
Yes.
and then says, "Can I go now?"
We just tie you up so that you don't tell anyone.
But it's freezing.
Not my problem.
You should have thought that before you become a
Take
brigand.
these. I hand him the shit.
It's the merchant clothes.
In my translation, it's probably dried by now.
He kind of looks down at them and goes, "It's not that cold."
Wonderful.
Wear the clothes. I put them on.
Pirate.
He throws the clothes into the harbour,
So
where they sink immediately.
so we dress as pirates.
Kind of fizz.
The dwarf, I'm afraid.
The dwarf is just.
I can
dress you as the parrots.
Yeah, we put it in the box. Put it in the box. Empty the box. Put it in the box.
Okay,
Right,
I
there's
stuff.
3 of us carrying 2 boxes.
Is the other box full
And one of
anything?
them has a dwarf in it.
The other box is full of weapons.
Oh, great.
I'll climb in that one.
Yeah, any... Is there a short sword or...
Well, yeah, there's swords, axes.
We're not going to get better weapons than we have.
Yeah, my skill says dagger. And, with
We should carry the weapons box down and put the dwarf in there and take some of the weapons out so the dwarf can actually fit in there.
Hey, I could do with a
So
kip.
we can actually carry it.
Okay, fine.
Dwarves are heavy, guys.
How dare you? I don't know if you just noticed, but I've got a very
Oh, I'm
good
sorry.
fitness
Would
regimen.
you rather be a lightweight?
You got a point there.
So, here we go.
Right. I take my axe off the ground and just hop into the box.
Who's going to pretend to be a pirate?
Avast! All of us.
You do it.
No, all of us. We're all getting dressed as pirates.
We're pirates.
I will fail.
Yes, I'm well
Just
aware of
don't
that
talk.
fact.
Okay.
Just
I'm a mute pirate. Got
you are
Mute.
mute pew.
Can we not put him in the other box and leave him here?
Okay, so you're abandoning the box with the odd supplies,
Mm-hmm.
and you're dumping a load of weapons out of the other chest
Into the harbour.
into the harbour, and you're shoving the dwarf in the box.
Oh, no, I don't know.
I feel like
And we're
If
dumping...
we're taking these supplies to potential enemies, I'd probably rather they have a load of dead animals.
Yeah,
than a
can
load
we
of
dump
That's
all,
magic
can we dump
supplies,
all
I
of
don't know.
them? Can we dump all of them into the harbour and then put the guy in the box, and then put the dwarf in the other box, and then leave the guy in the box and push him through? I mean, just leave.
We're
the
not
guy
putting the guy in the box. We've tied him up already. It's fine.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
So you're saying we don't want to take any weapons?
But why would we?
That's a good point.
They're just heavy.
Okay, we'll take all the weapons out and dump them all now.
Okay. And then presumably you follow the pirates.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
This is what we took
Half an hour later.
As you get about halfway down the steps that they went down, a fishman appears out of the water. A horrific, horrible thing with big. It is just a fish man.
Is it
It's a
like?
deep one.
I have pictures.
Yeah, I'd love to see
Ooh,
one.
yes,
I
please.
have pictures. I have pictures of lots of this. I just didn't bother waving them because
It's a bit mean for the people listening.
Yeah, I thought that. That's
Look at all the amazing
So
pictures,
that's what
guys.
the fishmen look like.
Wow! Oh.
Oh my god, they look like fish.
Men.
If you've ever watched that Red Dwarf episode,
Oh yeah, that's pretty
It's a
much.
mermaid.
Yeah, it is actually quite a lot like
Yes.
that.
Anyway, the fishman pokes its head out of the water and waves you on. Follow me, he gurgles at you. Place the chests where I show you, and you will be paid as promised.
oh, I'm so happy that this is actually what the book thinks you should do.
With this, the fishman wades through the gateway into the sewers, glancing back every so often to make sure you are following close behind him.
Yeah, we do that.
That's exactly what we do.
Are there any other fishmen around, or is it just him?
Well, you have ahead of you. You can still see just about ahead of you, like the other group of pirates, with the fishermen kind of walking along with them as well. But there's only one fisherman with you.
Okay.
Down in the tunnel system beneath the city, you are walking along a well-paved walkway that runs alongside the sewer water. The fishman keeps to the water, but with his head in the air. No self-respecting fish breathes port black sand sewer water unless absolutely necessary. All of you make a world law roll, which will be just a skill roll.
I have world law.
Even me in the box.
Oh no, not you in the box.
I get a double 1.
Double 1.
Yeah.
Ah.
I
pass.
succeed.
You pass. Oh well, and all of you realise that you are walking it doesn't appear they're too well built to be sewers. They seem like perhaps they were ruins of some kind before, perhaps ruins of Carsepolis. Jarek makes the leap with his critical success that you are walking on the docks of ancient Carsepolis. The people of Port Blacksand have simply built over the old city using its forgotten streets for their sewers. Though it is quite gloomy in the tunnel, there is enough light from the entrance, the occasional shaft in the roof, and a species of luminous algae which decorate the walls for you to see where you're going without recourse to lanterns. Cool.
Even the dwarf in the box.
Even the dwarf.
There's like a little hole in the box.
You're
with one
peeking
eye.
out.
I can tell by the shape of this box that they're actually not in sewers, they're ancient streets. I've got deep lore.
Okay, as you're walking along here in the sewers, keeping presumably a respectful distance from the group in front of you in case they glance back and realise you're not their friends in any way, both you and they are alerted by a loud clacking sound. Ahead of you is a side tunnel, the first you have seen, which comes into the path on the far side of the tunnel. From that tunnel a vast insect head appears. Many antennae search the tunnel, undulating and probing ahead of their owner, a giant centipede. The noise is made by the horny carapace of the massive insect. The centipede slowly lifts its huge body across the deep main channel, plants a few feet on the walkway and turns into the tunnel, totally blocking the way forward. As the centipede approaches, the fishmen ahead of you with the other group of pirates swim close to one another and clash the poles of their tridents together, making a noise very similar to that made by the centipede. It seems almost blind, hunting by sound and feeling things with its long undulating antennae. Upon hearing what appears to be the approach of another of its species, it elects not to risk a fight and slowly backs into the tunnel from which it had come. The pirates and the fishmen ahead of you kind of dash through onto the other side of it. It's basically they get through and kind of dash through it and carry on down the tunnel. But almost as soon as they have gone and stopped the rattling noise, the centipede's head comes out again and starts scouting the tunnel just ahead of you and blocking the way.
What's the hold up, boys?
Is our guide still with us, or did he run through the last lot?
He is still with you, but he's looking pretty uncomfortable about the situation and is kind of glancing back behind him as if to make to flee.
Right.
Is he the only one left?
What should we do?
Yes.
I ask him.
He gurgles something incomprehensible and dives underneath the sewer water.
Coward.
Should we clash our swords together to see if that frightens it off?
Try.
Clash!
What's going on out there?
Shut up! Clash!
Clash.
Bang.
Good. So you're kind
Thank
of
you.
all banging and rattling away. Can you make skill rolls, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You're still in the crate.
I've
Oh.
still got no idea what's going on.
We're just banging. I'm just banging.
What are you doing? What's all that bloody noise? I'm trying to get some kip in here.
Okay, you make kind of a big rattling, crashing noise, and the centipede appears to take what you're doing to heart, believes it to be another giant centipede, and backs away back into the tunnel, revealing as it does so a large group of fish people on the other side of it, who are all kind of hefting tridents and nets, poking at you and shouting, "Intruders!"
Fuck. I opened the crate.
What are you bastards doing
Come
here?
out now. We got fish people to.
What did you just call me?
Fish people.
As they kind of all shout this and rush towards you, a great group of them also rear their heads out of the sewer water.
Should we run?
This is kind of
Wow.
slightly behind you.
I'm gonna levitate. Good luck, guys.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, the cave's quite. It's not really low, is it?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna levitate up above.
Okay, go ahead.
It's my automatic reaction to this situation. Yep.
And spend your stamina.
Yeah.
Apart from this,
As you start to levitate up into the air, a large net falls from the
Ah!
ceiling.
fucking kidding me.
Damn it.
That's in the book.
Yes! Not the levitation part, but that's what happens.
Yeah.
There is no chance of detecting it in advance or avoiding it. Immediately, a large party of fishmen, or another large party of fishmen, emerges from the murky waters of the sewer. You are, one by one, disarmed, tied with cord, and prodded with the sharp ends of their tridents.
Watch it.
They have damp, scaly skin, and their touch feels slimy and horrid. Once you are safely secured, the fishmen urge you to your feet and herd you along the tunnel. They chip in with comments as they poke you along. "Rah, got you now, we have. Horrid, hated, dry ones. Fry you we will. That'll learn you."
I guess you could see we were the catch of the day.
Shut the front door, mate.
We all kick you. Maybe we should have left you in the crate.
I'd be happy to that.
Yeah, they might have found you, actually.
I think they would have done.
Well, we'll just leave this crate here.
You go to wizard. Dry ones deserve one another. Yes, they do. Fight one another all the time. That's what we like. Dry ones kill one another off. Then we kill what's left. No more dry ones. Good, good, good.
So why do you let this wizard just hang around down here anyway? I asked them, but they probably didn't respond.
No, they're not really listening to anything you say.
So. I was just trying to politely ask while we're going on.
This one's
Excuse me?
If I didn't answer a good question.
This one isn't already just damp.
Okay. They herd you along for what seems like a good hour or so.
Flipping heck.
Before you come to an open area to the side of the path. The roof here is supported by pillars. It is as if the people who built this part of Port Blacksand intended to create a cellar here, or perhaps they just didn't want to build on this particular spot. Beyond the open area, the tunnel continues further into the darkness deep under the city. Extending some distance back from the main tunnel, the open area is quite dark. Strangely, none of the fluorescent algae grows there or in the nearby portions of tunnel. The fishmen nervously chatter in whispered gurgles as they approach this area. And they kind of herd you towards the open area and kind of pause a second. They seem to be communicating in their foul, gurgling language, and they do seem quite nervous.
Ooh, I have languages. Can I try and interpret what they're saying?
Yes, with a penalty of +5.
Okay. It's technically possible. I fail.
So on a scale of 1
What
to
are
10.
they saying?
Something about a wizard and being underground.
You're making this shit up, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
As you reach the centre of the open area, you feel a cold blast of air and a dull glowing area of white light appears between the pillars. The fishmen are quite terrified by this sudden apparition. They drop anything they are carrying except their tridents and flee, swimming off at great speed. They are so frightened they actually put their heads underwater. Slowly the white light expands, dimming a little as it spreads out and a shape forms. It is an old man, a priest of some sort from the look of him, but dressed in strange robes, the likes of which you have never seen before. "Good evening," the ghost says quite calmly. "And whom do I have the honour of addressing?"
Hey, why don't you tell us first? Who are you?
"I suppose that is a fair enough request. My name is Sargon. I am a high priest of that most glorious of cities, Carsepolis. I was killed during the great siege by darkly sorcerous means, as a result of which my soul has been condemned to wander these dark and rather boring tunnels for many centuries."
That sucks.
This pretty shite then.
That sucks, bro!
Gordo doesn't give a shit.
Why did the
Those are
fishmen...
your problems, mate.
Why did the fishmen bring us to you?
Oh, they did not bring you here. They have to pass through here to go to their rather unpleasant master.
The one we seek.
Ah, you seek Zortan Throg.
You want to fucking kill him.
Yeah, for that. That's why we seek him.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Absolutely
that's
brilliant.
about it.
Well, I know of him, the young idiot. Do you know he fully believes himself descended from the royal family of Carsepolis? And so he is in a way, if only via a chance liaison between the last king and a young serving girl, which he doesn't know about. Needless to say, the royal bloodline has been further diluted over the centuries, but his family... Oh my god, my cat literally ran into my face. Oh god.
So much cat.
This ghost is really
Ghost
having
has
a
got a
bad
cat
day.
as well.
Oh my god, there's a ghost. You can't see it. There's a ghost cat in my face.
But his family have kept alive the story of their origins, and now this upstart seeks to win back what he considers to be his city. Ha! He has grand enough plans. He's working hard on raising as many of the old royal guard as he can find corpses for, and with his skeleton army thinks to storm Lord Azur's palace from the sewers. Later, no doubt, he'll raise a real army and set off to conquer the world.
Skeleton arm.
Ha! Let a man get a few spells in his head and he thinks he can do anything.
What a prat.
Oh, he's a good enough wizard, but he'll never be able to hold together an undead army large enough to take on Lord Azur. And now, of course, it seems we won't get the chance to try, as you bold fellows are going to finish him off.
Well, hang on, that seems like a problem that's going to solve itself then.
It does sound like that, doesn't it?
Let's bugger off, actually. They'll probably just get killed.
But then we won't get the money.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's the main.
Wait, if we hang around until he gets killed and then drag the body away, maybe we can get the money.
Yeah, if I would
I
have
take
killed
it
people
you are
this
just talking over this creepy ancient ghost like this.
We're whisper.
Oh, yeah, shut up. Fuck off. We're done with you.
For him to pause,
There was a pause.
It was a dramatic pause.
and we dramatically took advantage of it.
We've made
And
some drama.
now, of course, it seems he won't get the chance to try as you bold fellows are going to finish him off.
Okay.
Of course. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The ghost is
The exact same pause. Of course, you might need a bit of help and advice.
Please.
I can tell you how to beat him, and I will. If you will do something for me in return.
Anything. Absolutely anything.
I don't know.
Up to the value of one dead frog.
Pretty nice dead frog. How do you know it was a dead toad?
Or one
Dead
19-year-old
toad.
wizard slave.
It's fresh too, and shiny.
I see. Is anyone going to talk back to him in any way? Or are you just going to go talk about toads to each other?
What would you like us to do?
Okay. One of the holy relics of Carsepolis was a crystal of power. This crystal was a force of great good and healing, but it was of little use in the siege.
But it wasn't that good then, was it?
For our attackers knew of it and could counter its powers whenever we attempted to use it. When it seemed that the city was about to be taken, some of us priests, wishing to preserve the relics from the forces of chaos, threw the crystal into the care of the seas of the Western Ocean. In the seemingly endless years during which I have lived here, I have learnt that it has been recovered. The fish people discovered it and have taken it to the old temple of Hydena, the sea god. In olden times, the temple was located on the dockside, so that mariners could make offerings there before setting out to sea. That temple is quite close to here, but I am unable to enter it. It is well guarded by the fish people, but I know of a secret entrance. If you can take that crystal and bring it to me, then my soul will be freed from its wanderings.
Why are you unable to enter it?
If you're a ghost.
My form is locked here, at the site of my death.
It's a wee bit selfish for you not to tell us how to kill the bad guy here. I mean, come on. I thought
He's
you were
been
a
wandering
wise
the
man.
halls for eternity, mate.
You can wander for another eternity for all I care, man.
I always do dwarves with tight.
I mean, seriously though, like,
Seriously though, mate. Come on, like, I don't want to be
Does
get
this
rocked
crystal
by it.
are we the
do?
first adventurers to come down here, or have there been others before us?
No one has come down here to address Zoltan Throg, I'll tell you that much. What does the crystal do?
Yeah.
Heals.
Oh.
He did literally just tell you a big story about what the crystal does.
He
It's a
told
crystal
me a
of
big story
healing.
about how it failed to
It's a
do
crystal
anything.
of healing.
It sounds like it might be
Okay.
useful too. Let's go get a crystal.
It is the crystal was a force of great good and healing.
Right.
How do we know you'll hold
Sounds
your
good.
end of the bargain?
Shut up!
No, it's true. It's a fair point. 'Cause if we bring
No,
the
it's
crystal
not!
Here, if we bring the crystal here,
we
his
just
spirit
won't
could
give-
just dissipate.
We just won't give him the crystal then, will we?
I assure you, my word is as good as a bond.
Is it as good as a civilization that crumbled?
Alright, mate. You know what?
Yeah, Daddy. Is it as good as all your dead family and friends?
That's a whole culture.
It'd be really cruel to the ghost.
Like,
Like,
you know-
shall we shake on it? Oh wait, you're dead and incorporeal.
A random spectral creature turns up to help you and saves you from the fishmen, and then
We
tells you
sass
that
the shit
he'll
out of it.
give you the secret to killing Zortan Frog. Yeah, fuck off.
That sounds like
You-
blackmail to me.
You dead twat.
So how do we get to this crystal then?
Yeah, please tell us the way.
I will tell you how to navigate the sewers to the Temple of Hydana. Not only that, I will tell you how to find the back entrance,
Nice.
through which you will receive less resistance from the nefarious and disgusting fish people.
Oh, that's a wee bit racist, don't you think?
Shut the fuck.
They are pretty disgusting though. Come on.
I can see why your
They wanted
civilization
to
fell.
kill us. They wanted to cook us alive. Like, I mean, like,
That's only because we didn't understand them, though.
what's wrong with you?
The dwarf showing uncharacteristic multiculturalism.
Like only half an hour ago, you were punching a young pirate in the nads.
Hey, that's only because you did me wrong, though.
Definitely doing
The
you
best
wrong.
people were gonna cook us.
He was walking around doing absolutely no harm to anyone, and we jumped them, attacked them.
You wanted to slit his throat.
I quite agree with that statement, but you're showing an inconsistent character, you know, alignment axis right here.
I had a lot of time to think when I was locked away in that box. Okay, I've reflected quite a bit on my life.
Reformed.
You can't tell because this isn't being filmed, but John is sat with his head in his hands, just despairing of everything that's happening. So, have you agreed to take on this
Oh,
task?
absolutely.
Yes.
I would love to do
From,
so.
from Sargon.
Aye, why not? Could do with a bit of laugh.
Is that or wander
I
the
was-
tunnels aimlessly until we die? So, yes.
That's a fair point.
We will be taking the task.
Okay, Sargon details, where you can find the Temple of Hydana, and you wander off into the dankness of the sewers to go find it. And I think
Brilliant.
we'll end. I think we should end the session
I've
there.
lost the will to live.
That's
Yeah,
not true.
John's going to take a crossbow to his head. Okay, so there we go. Thank you for watching / listening / experiencing the
True roleplay.
the true roleplay of ATCB and Advanced
Uncut.
Fighting Fantasy. Please let us know whether you enjoy it. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscription. Tell us.
Send help.
Send help. Tell us what other roleplay stuff you might like us to see. Check it out. We've got some other stuff already on the channel. Age of Rebellion, the Star Wars roleplay from Fantasy Flight, and we've got more Advanced Fighting Fantasy. We've got some End of the World Zombie Apocalypse, which is certainly less humorous than this.
God.
So go check those out. We're sure to have more roleplay stuff soon as well. So look forward to that. And thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.